Hey everybody, welcome back to Red Road Paranormal. This is going to be a fun episode. I can tell because I'm laughing before I even push the record button. I am here obviously with my co-host Rez, and
Spit
we
it
are
out.
here with Chris Hartle. Am I saying that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and JamieLynn Keller. And Chris and Jamie Lynn are combined or working together to create Paranormal Rockdown. So we're going to be talking about that. But first, let's get some introductions going. Rez, how you doing?
Pretty good. Just loving it. Sitting
Awesome.
here having a good time, giggling and laughing before we start this. So hopefully the shenanigans keep rolling through the night.
Oh, we do love the shenanigans, don't we? All right. Um, I'm going to jump down to Jamie. Uh, would you like to introduce yourself and Chris, or how do you want to do this?
Well, I'll introduce myself. I am Jamie Lynn. A lot of you know me as Paranormal Party. I was a group that started quite a few years ago, and now I'm a solo investigator, and I'm from Wisconsin. And I've met a lot of people along the road here, and I bring a lot of people together, and we investigate. We have paracons, and we have a good time. And that's how I met you guys, and that's how I met Chris over there. And Chris organized a great event last year, and this year he was organizing another event, Paranormal Rockdown 2025, and I asked him if he needed help. So I've become his kind of co-host, just trying to help get things underway. So that's who I am. So over to you,
Awesome.
Chris.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Chris. I am the founder of Shadow Seekers Paranormal. We've been together for about 2 years now. Team has died down a little bit. We're only a team of two currently right now. Also the founder of Paranormal Rockdown, which we did last year at Edinburgh Manor. Um, the event was a great success, so decided to make it bigger and better this year. So we are going to do it at the Brodhead Manor up
Woo!
in Wisconsin. One of the best locations around, if you ask myself.
Yes.
Um, so we're gonna do 2 nights there. One investigation. The next night we are going to do investigation after the Paracon, which we got some great guests coming there. Dave Schrader. We got the Para with Normal guys, Mike and Marilyn. And obviously Jamie Lynn's going to be there, so it's going
And
to be a
yours
fantastic
truly.
time.
Me too.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
Gang
Yeah.
all together.
We're all going to
Yeah.
be there together. That'll be fun.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, let's touch a little bit more on this Rockdown, why don't we, Chris?
Yeah.
We're going to be having the concert, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hold the concert at Brodhead Manor. That's something that was just changed recently because, unfortunately, with a lot of different rock fests and things going on within the area, we weren't able to get the correct sound equipment. A lot of sound equipment was offered to us, but it's just not adequate enough. So Chris found another venue, which is only 10-15 minutes away. And Chris can tell you a little bit about that venue itself and the bands. So let's start there because that's going to be the start of the Rockdown.
Yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be right up the street, pretty much a straight shot down the one road, like Jamie said, 10-15 minutes. It's a main street events center. It's pretty much a bar and a venue. They actually have won awards for Wisconsin for one of the best venues in the area over there. The owner is a country music singer that also has filmed his music videos at Brodhead Manor. So we definitely know he's a great guy. He's friends with Bill and everything. So it's going to be excellent location. Gives everybody opportunity to drink while they're at the concert, which another thing that we ran into at Brodhead
Yeah.
was an issue with having alcohol there because insurance would have been pretty much a down payment on a new car to have insurance there just for that one day.
Right.
Yep.
But we have up and coming bands. We got Left on Red. They are playing actually Rockfest that same weekend there, as the Paranormal Rockdown. We have Etched In Embers. They played the Rockdown this year. Well, actually last year now, since we're in the new year. But they're definitely had a great time, so they definitely wanted to come and make a return. And then we have the late 80s and early 90s, big, huge band from them, Green Jelly, also known as Green Jello, which
That's right. I
Jello had
remember
to
this.
sue them for the rights to that name. So they had to actually change their name. So it's going to be definitely a great time. Um, Also, while that concert is going on, if you do not want to attend that concert, we're going to have investigations going on at Brodhead for what we determine, Jamie, 5 to 10 people for each
We determined,
session.
no, we determined about a max of 15 people. It's going to be 3 different locations inside the building, and it's going to be done with 3 different established, well-known investigators from the area. They're going to be leading those investigations. I believe Christina is going to be one of them.
All right. Way to go.
Yeah.
And there's going to be 2 being held, and they're going to be about 2.5, 3 hours apiece.
Do
So,
we want to tell them the other names that we know of?
well, we can if you would like to. We've got Sam Baltruthis, so that's exciting. He's going to be leading. We have
Awesome.
Larry Eisler. We're very excited to have him a part of it. We have
Cool.
Ed Levin. He's going to be some, what else did we decide? Phantasm Paranormal. And
Yep.
then
And then
Matthew.
Matthew. Yep.
Yep. And I believe that's all we have as of right now. We are going to be doing one more, possibly 2, depending on how many people each team is going to be bringing with them. Because Eternal Paranormal, unfortunately, cannot join us that night. They all have to work.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
very exciting. We're very excited about it. And I do want to mention to anybody that is watching, if you are coming, please do. But we do have a hotel that is our host hotel, and that's the Holiday Inn, and that's in Janesville. So if you want to book, you cannot book online if you want to use our discount, and that discount is only available for a limited amount of rooms, and all you have to do is mention the phrase Paranormal Rockdown, and they will get you a discounted rate there.
I need
And
to remember to do that.
if you are thinking about do that, do it now because like our sound issue, Rockfest is on in Wisconsin, Country Thunder's
Yeah.
going on in Wisconsin, and there's an event at the Brodhead Airport that same day. So hotels are going to be booking up pretty quick.
You'll notice that all the Airbnbs within the radius are all already booked.
They're all already booked. Yeah. You said that's the Holiday Inn in Janesville?
It is.
Okay. I'm just writing that down because I couldn't remember
I'll be
which
camping
hotel
out
it
that
was.
weekend. I'm
Yeah.
Smart
posting
way
up.
to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to camp right out back.
And if that doesn't work for you, I think I got a campground you can go to and camp there.
Nope, I already done reserved my spot. I got to
All
play
right.
security. Make sure
All
no
right.
one comes on the property.
There you go.
Heck yeah, dude.
This tiny little guy over here, he's our security.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. I wouldn't
That's
mess with him.
I'll mess with them. What are you afraid of? What are
Okay,
you
if
gonna
I
do?
didn't know him, I would be like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere near there. No,
Right?
I knew I was ugly, but I didn't think I was that ugly, my dear.
no, it's pure size, my friend, pure size.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Can't help it, I'm a Sasquatch.
So tell us about the actual Paracon. What's going on with that? What do we have going on there?
So we're gonna have a bunch of special guests, speakers, big names. Like I said at the beginning here, we got Dave Schrader coming. Everybody knows who Dave is. We got pretty much the whole Beacon cast coming. We're still working on Shane Pittman, but haven't had confirmation with Shane yet. He's our last one with Beacon.
So that being said, don't mean to interrupt you, Chris, but anybody that's watching, if you know Shane or have Shane on your Facebook, message him and tell him he needs to be there. Okay, thanks. Carry on, Chris.
Let's see.
That's his
We
buddy,
got
ain't it?
Christina's gonna be coming. She's gonna be speaking, I believe.
Yep, I'll be speaking.
Rez, you're coming.
Yep, I'll be there.
My mind is going blank right now. Who else do we have? We got Larry coming. We got
I can
Kenneth
take
Drake.
over.
Kenneth Drake, he's psychic to the stars.
Nice.
We have Sam Beltrusis. He's coming. He's a very well-established author. He does a lot with the Salem area, and he's been to Brodhead before, so he's very familiar with the manor itself. He's also been on a whole bunch of Discovery Plus viewings, so he's also a distant relative of Lizzie Borden, which a lot of people didn't know. So he's going to be doing a seance for us. And again, those tickets are on sale, but they are limited. So if you want those, you're going to have to snatch them up.
All
I
right.
got to see last year's version of that, at
Yeah.
Brodhead. Amazing. If you got to get your tickets now, guys. It's a good time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really incredible. It's not what you would think your typical seance is. It's done in a very light, loving, and energetic way. So
Yep.
he just brings a different twist to it. So we're very honored to be bringing him back. We're also very excited at the fact that we've got Dustin Perry coming as a private Zoom one-on-one. He's going to be doing a presentation, and then we'll be able to do a Q&A shortly thereafter.
Awesome.
So, yeah, he's a tough guy to get. Everybody knows who Dustin Perry is. He's an icon in this field. He's worked with everybody under the sun, and he's a true inspiration to a lot of people.
For a small fee, we can ride out there and shove them in a trunk and bring them back physically, guys. We got to raise the money for it.
It would be smaller than a 7x4.
Exactly.
That's right.
True.
Right?
And a lot cheaper.
And we wouldn't actually have to fly him anywhere.
Exactly.
So you just, get the money together, send it to my Cash App, give me an address. I'll make sure he's in person.
All right. I'm
Oh,
doing it.
that sounds like, wow, kidnapping. That's what that's
No, that's road
Talk about getting censored.
right.
It's a road tripping.
We're road tripping. All
Road
right.
tripping with the new friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because he's muffled in the back seat, mind your business.
Oh my goodness.
You've got the option. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. Easy way is just get in the back seat. We'll feed you. You'll have a good time. Can't guarantee you'll remember the ride, but you'll still enjoy yourself.
All you have to say to Dustin Perry is mozzarella sticks, Dunkin' Donuts, and he's all in.
I can fill the back seat with all that.
Perfect. Then he's coming. He'll be there.
All right.
So yeah, good guy. So we're very, very excited to have him.
I hope everyone understands this is tongue in cheek. Because America's kind of losing its sense of humor here. So just, that was all tongue in cheek.
We are not coming to kidnap you, okay?
No, we are not.
Just letting you know this is a joke.
I feel dumb even having to say that, but wow. Lately
You do nowadays.
Yeah.
This generation.
At the investigation that we were at last night at the Boyd House, on the table, a coffee table, it says, "Do not swing chandelier." And there's a chandelier above it. Why would anybody even have to write, "Don't swing the chandelier"?
Right?
What is happening to people?
Because obviously somebody did it, or they wouldn't have a need to put up a sign. But still, it's like, really? Come on.
What's the weight limit on it?
Like,
can we risk it?
It's just crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
We also have some pretty prestige people coming that, again, we're excited for. We have Stormy Daniels.
Awesome.
A lot of people know who she is. And then their question, why would Stormy be coming to an event like this? Well, because she's into the paranormal. Her, Josh Hurd, and Chad Lindbergh host an event at Melver Manor. She's really great friends with David Childers, who's coming in Allura. And we're fortunate enough to have ties with these people, so we're able to bring her out. So it's adding a little bit of a twist. It's bringing in some different exciting guests who have been well known within the US and across the country to talk about their experiences. So just we're overwhelmed at all the people that are taking an interest, including like Chad Lindbergh, like I mentioned. I mean, a guy from the Fast and Furious and has been on dozens and dozens of movies. He's coming to our event. It's exciting. Everybody
Yeah.
should be excited to meet these people.
Yep. Very exciting.
I'm
And it's
excited
not
to meet the people coming through the door. I'll be honest. I'm really
right.
excited to meet the people who are going to come and enjoy the day with us. That's what I'm excited about.
That's what I was just
Yep.
about to say. And it's all the people in between. They are incredible. They all have something extremely wonderful to offer in this community. And even if you're not into the paranormal, you're welcome to come, because come see that the stigma that the dark paranormal is all ooky, spooky, and scary and stuff. It isn't like that. It's not like that at all.
No, no.
Most
I
of
have
it
to
is.
say I'm a psychic medium for those who don't know it. That's my full-time job. I'm a psychic medium. And I have to tell you, I talk to spirits for a living, and by and large, they're just funny.
Yeah.
They're just funny.
The same as they were when they pass, far as their attitudes. So
Sometimes.
if they're a
Yeah.
joker, they're going to be a
If
joker on
they're
the
a
other
joker,
side.
they're a joker. Yeah. And I have to say, I have had far more fun interaction with spirits than I have ever had scary or spooky interactions with spirits.
Well, and
You know?
Christina can attest to a certain situation that I had with my niece. My niece was overwhelmed, scared, petrified, and Christina was there because something happened to her during one of our investigations, and she couldn't understand it. And we're like, but that's just it. You didn't understand. So why not go back to try to get that understanding to find out really what's happening? And here it was just a child that liked my niece and wanted to get to know her.
And was following her around. And yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it was. It just wanted to get her attention.
Yeah.
And it sure did.
It
And
did.
now my niece is all for investigating and this whole crazy realm.
I had so much fun working with her. I really did. Your niece she's just delightful. And I just had so much fun working with her. And I know most people are like, oh, teenagers, but I love teenagers
Yeah.
because they get so excited. It's like you hit something that they're excited about, and man, they are off and running. It is amazing. I love it. And
They're
she was
wonderful.
just so much fun to work with.
Yeah, she really was. And that was her first time actually investigating.
Mm-hmm.
My other niece that was there, her sister, she's investigated with us before, and she fell in love with it as well. She was
Right.
actually at Jericho with us,
Was
Riz.
she?
So
Cool.
yeah. So, but yeah, and Brodhead Manor is also going to be hosting some pretty cool events, kids night this year again. So just goes
Awesome.
to show how friendly Brodhead Manor is.
It
For
So
is.
Yeah.
I want to go back to kind of what you said a minute ago, Jamie, about even if you're not into the paranormal, you're welcome to come. So
absolutely.
when we did Rockdown previous year here, my friend that I met through Rockdown, Candace, she came just pretty much for the concert. She's never done any investigation or anything before. Talked to her, got her to come to the investigation at Edinburgh the next day. Almost every single podcast we're on, anything the
You,
para with the normal going, you always see her in the chat room now. And I honestly think she's more excited this year for the Rockdown for the investigation portion than she is for the concert this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
It's a very cool place to investigate. And,
Yeah.
it's like I talked to Bill last time I was there last fall, and he was saying that, they've got even new spirits that have come in that haven't been there before. It's
Yeah.
Yep.
not just the same old ones that have been there for the last 6 or 7 years. There are new ones coming in. And it's really kind of just become like this beacon. And I've never run into anything scary there. At
No.
Oh,
least I don't think it's scary. I mean, there are a couple elementals. I've talked to the elementals that are guardians of the place, and
mhm.
it's really interesting because if you just talk to them, they're like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
It's a respect thing.
It is. It totally is.
Just like you
Yeah.
would walk into somebody's house and talk to them for the very first time as a human being, live in the flesh right in front of you. That's what you need to do with a lot of these elementals and, the spirits. And even though you can't see them, they're there. Treat them with respect and treat them like they were in flesh in front of you.
Right. Exactly.
You
It,
know, and And I think that's one of the most important things that we need to do.
I agree. And I
So,
just want to throw one more thing in there about Brodhead Manor.
yeah,
Brodhead Manor is what it is because of the owner.
Jezebel.
Okay.
Yep.
And I just want to say, how cool do you have to have a first name like Bill? And when somebody says Bill, everybody knows they're talking about you.
Or
Yeah.
is not. Or is nuts.
Or his
Yeah.
nuts. Well, they are
I like
delicious.
those,
I'm gonna
yes,
eat some. I'm gonna eat Bill's nuts this year. I am. I'm gonna get around to it.
I'm going to be like, yeah, licking them up by the mouthful. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, they are,
Yeah.
But,
like I said, they're
Should we
delicious.
put Bill's sausage on the menu for the Rockdown? Get a foot long.
well, we might be selling weenies. We'll find out.
Yeah. There you
We
go.
could
See?
we could do it where if you buy a sausage, you get free nuts.
Hey,
You get too big,
Hey.
too many. You get too many nuts.
get 2 nuts.
Sorry.
That's it. It's 2.
But going back to Brodhead Manor, for anybody
Yeah.
who hasn't been there, it is a school, okay, or it was a school, and a lot of the rooms still exist. The gymnasiums is still there. Everything is still there. It's just a little different because the place was basically gutted out, and they're into trying to restore it, remodel it, things like that. But it's 60,000 square feet. It's huge. It's
It is huge.
enormous. Most people walk up to it, drive up to it, and they're like, wide-eyed. They don't expect it to be as big as what it is, but
Right.
it's truly an incredible building.
It really is.
Incredible.
It's
So-
interesting because it feels like home to me.
Right? It's my home away
Brodhead
from home.
Manor feels
It
like
is.
home. Yeah.
Very
It's
comfy.
very comfortable. Yeah.
And I think everybody that goes there leaves saying that.
Yeah.
So, and there's only a few places that have established themselves that well in the field.
Right.
You can't say that about Villisca. You can't say that about Malvern Manor or even Jericho or Sheboygan.
Villisca. I'm not even afraid of dark stuff, and I won't go to Villisca.
Oh, I
No
like Villisca.
thanks.
Never been
That's
there.
one of my
Looking
bucket
forward for a
locations. I
chance.
haven't
Is
been there.
it? I don't know. I think I've seen too many documentaries on it or something, but
Oh, it sure has a story to tell. And
It
it is
sure
a dark
does.
story.
yeah.
But again, the house was occupied by young children and a couple. So that's primarily who you're interacting with. You're not
Right.
interacting with the guy who took the axe to the family.
Right.
So
Unlike some shows that like to make you believe.
Right.
right.
I was
Yeah.
watching one of them shows a few months ago. They're trying to say that he was there still. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Could he be?
No.
Yeah, anything's possible. Or it could be somebody else. How do we know?
Right.
But that's why we do what we do.
We go in and we get the answers.
That's right.
I was just what popped into my head was, and it has nothing to do really with what we're talking about, except that, do all of us live in Wisconsin? Chris, do you live in Wisconsin?
No, I'm in Illinois.
You're in Illinois. Okay, but the rest of us are in Wisconsin. So we are in the state that is home to both Ed Gein
Yep.
and
Jeffrey
there's
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer, and there's
Yep.
another one too, and I can't think of who it is. Was it John Wayne Gacy? No,
No, he was Chicago.
he was Chicago.
He's Chicago.
Okay. But I think there was another one too. So, we live in a state that's kind of known for serial killers. So, yeah, it kind of takes a lot to set a Wisconsin paranormal investigator on their butts,
Yep.
That's right.
So
Christina, have you been to the Washera County Historical Museum?
I have not.
How about you,
Yeah.
Rez?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Um,
That's another place that I've gone to frequently.
We've gotten some really good evidence on it. Unfortunately, if you want to see what we've captured, you have to wait and see it on the Caps channel. It should be released next year because we were down there with the team, and because it hasn't been released publicly, I cannot speak upon it. But we got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys.
I heard.
That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because I'm really good friends with the host team,
Yep.
Phantasma Paranormal, Ann Wilkie and Aaron.
Yeah.
I go to lunch with the infamous author Scott Bowser. He's done book after book, research after research in regards to Ed Gein himself. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good chat with them guys down there. I'm looking forward to collaborating in the future with all of them down there from time to time. Great people, great place to investigate.
You know where they're going to be coming?
I
To
do.
the Paranormal Rockdown.
Rockdown.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they'll be at CapCon too.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Phantasma will be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I might make a guest appearance.
I'm definitely going to be there. I'm one of the sponsors for CapCon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know somebody that's working the doors, so just, better show up.
I understand. Am I small enough to fit in your suitcase? No.
No, but you can fit on my arm. It's all right.
Yeah, piggyback. Right
I don't know if I can do piggybacks anymore. I do got that hardware back there.
Right under your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
Come on, you.
Just call me your missus. I didn't say mistress. I said missus.
No, can't call either one of them. She'll get jealous.
Yeah.
Oh,
she has one of them
can.
already.
I know she can't get jealous because I have one of them too. Well, not a mistress, but I have a husband.
Yeah.
But it's all fun and games.
Once she realizes it's just a paranormal thing, she'll be okay with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not serious.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
just for fun.
I've slept with Christina
Yes,
in a
she
camper.
has. In a camper.
How the hell are you going to sleep with my adopted sister, Bessie person? That's no. Not allowed. You're fired.
It was lovely accommodations. That's all I'm going to say.
It was a good time. It really was.
We had a good time. Yeah.
I've never seen Christina laugh as hard as what she did that one of those days, and it will be ever stuck in my memory. Her sitting in the corner of my dinette just laughing and almost tears. Well, she was in tears.
I was in tears. Yeah, I had tears rolling down my face. Almost rolling down my leg. But I was laughing really hard.
It was great.
I told you, you're not allowed to take naked pictures of me, especially show it to her. What the hell?
I mean, we were just talking about nuts. Why is your zipper down?
Why are you looking down there, huh?
Do you have X-ray vision or something? Even if I wanted to look, I couldn't see there.
Wow, wow.
And Chris is sitting over here going, what the hell did I get myself into?
Yes, I am.
No, I think Chris knows me better than that. He can put up with Mike.
Well, that's true, but he doesn't know me. So, yeah, I can get a little silly sometimes.
I think we all can.
Yeah.
And it's
I thought we were being normal.
Well, yeah. Our normal silliness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead.
I was introduced today to the Quick Trip cashier as, this is my girlfriend. And the Quick Trip cashier went, oh. She thought we were together and it was by another female. So she quickly assumed that she's just like, no. I'm married to my husband, but this is my girlfriend. And she goes, oh. No.
More information than that poor cashier wanted, I promise you.
You just boggled their heads.
Well, and then we're walking out the door, and my girlfriend goes, well, I guess I look butch. I'm wearing a flannel type hoodie. I'm like, well, see, now you just gave her
I bet you the truck driver behind you is going, damn, some guy's got all the luck.
Possibly.
Oh, we lost you.
There he is.
There he is. We got you.
Yep.
So, Chris, what, in addition to Paranormal Rockdown, tell us more about you. What do you do?
So right now, pretty much everything's booking and doing this event. I mean, it's taking up most of my time. So
yeah, I get that.
But before doing that, I was just trying to book locations for my paranormal team. We've done Edinburgh Manor a couple times. It's actually where we got inspiration for our logo, for our team. We've done Indiana State Sanitarium. Another
Check
location
that out.
when we went there, we didn't catch very much. I mean, I know a lot of people have caught a lot of stuff there, but maybe for an hour we were getting like tapping and walking from upstairs. But other than that, we didn't catch much. But I mean, that's same with a lot of locations. First time we went to Edinburgh, we hardly caught anything either, and then we went back a second, third, and fourth time, and every time it just activity amps up.
Mhm.
Well, I got a theory on that one, which my thought is first time you go there, you guys are both checking each other out. You don't know, they don't know who we are, we don't know who they are. But every time you keep going, they recognize you. So you become more familiar to them, more comfortable around them. So therefore, they're going to start interacting more with you. You
Correct.
know?
Well, and even last night, I took a little bit of a different approach, and that's what I've been doing with Brodhead Manor. When I went into the Boyd house, I introduced myself, but I said I'm friends with the new owners who's owned the building for a while, but Joe and Justin. And I was invited to be here, and I'm friends with a lot of people that have come here prior. So I come with respect, and as long as they've treated you well, I'm going to treat you the same. And we actually had for the little bit of investigating that we did, we had a lot of interactions. We had a better time goofing around between the two of us, and then even sleeping or trying to sleep and just listening, just by ear. I mean, the dead bell went off in the other room. It went off twice the entire time that we were there. And no reason why that bell should have gone off, just because we were talking, having a good time. But then when we wanted it to go off, oh, heck no.
When we were at the 1861 Masonic Lodge, and the girls that I was working with there, the women that I was working with there, were talking about the dead bell. I'm like, can't we come up with a better name for that?
Right?
Like,
Ding, ding,
it's like,
ding, dead.
it just seems so disrespectful. I don't know.
Right?
I just think there could be a better name. I don't know.
So my question is, so Jamie, I have not seen that dead bell yet. What is the difference in that bell and between when I went to Office Max and just bought one of those desk bells for $5 compared to spending the $100 that one cost?
I'm not sure about how the mechanisms and stuff inside of it work, but it is a sensitivity thing. It is wired differently. It's not just a standard ding, ding, ding bell.
Yeah, it's
Because
an electronic thing.
Yeah, those that have it like on extra sensitive, they don't understand that the thing just sits and dings and they're not getting a paranormal response. It's the airplane flying overhead or the tower that's, sending radio waves. It's
Right.
not what it's
Or the
meant to
neighbor
be.
next door making a cell phone call. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's not your standard bell. No, it's not. It's not. I'm here. Come wait on me.
Mhm. Yeah,
Get over here.
the old hotel bells,
Exactly. Yoo-hoo.
Empty Arms Hotel. Anyway, I wonder how many of our listeners are actually going to get that. Anyway,
Put it in the chat, guys.
yeah, put it in the chat if you understood that joke or the reference.
Hey.
Anyway,
Speaking of the chat, guys, also remember subscribe, share. We need the help here, guys.
Yeah.
If you have fun like we're having fun, keep it rolling. Share,
Yes,
share,
please.
share.
Please do. And just so everybody that is watching is aware, being that we've been talking about the Paranormal Rockdown so frequently, you can get your tickets at paranormalrockdown.com.
Awesome.
And you can see our current flyers on who we have coming along with our current bands. And I do have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, because without them, none of this would be possible. And there are too many to list right now. We are still looking for some some sponsors. So don't be afraid to reach out to either Chris or myself. And if you can't even sponsor, a huge amount and you want to do $25, you'll be entered into a drawing. If you can't sponsor and you just want to share our pages, Paranormal Rockdown on Facebook and the Paranormal Rockdown 2025 event. Share both of them. We will get you entered into another drawing. And
Awesome.
go to the page, you'll find out. I'll have Chris pin it on the original page, the Paranormal Rockdown page. But just sharing it out, sharing out the event is huge for us because we want to get it cross country. We've got people coming in from all over the United States to be here.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know,
And
as well as locals.
Can we
And
do
if
a
you-
raffle while we're there?
Hey, Chris, what were you trying to say?
I was gonna say, if anybody wants a vendor table, we have maybe 5 vendor tables left. So if
That's
you
it.
want a vendor table, you got to get it in now.
And we're starting to get pretty slim on those investigation tickets too, because even though we're going to be doing 5 or 6 different locations inside the building, we're not going to be having 10 people at those locations. It's too big. 10 people in one location in a confined little area is too much. So keep that in mind. You do the math. If we have 5 locations and 5 people at each location, that's only 25 tickets.
Right.
We are selling a
Yep.
little bit more than that,
So
but
come investigate with me. Come and
I tell you
investigate
what.
with me. Yeah.
Save one of them for me. I'll buy a ticket for investigation, so
well,
I know
either
I'm going to have the fun.
we're either going to need to know if you want Friday night or Saturday night.
I'll be there both nights, so it don't matter to me.
Sweet. We'll make it happen.
Awesome.
We'll make it
Awesome.
happen.
Yeah.
Now you can either, if you're a fan of the show and you want to investigate with Christina, you can investigate with Christina, or you can have me heckling in the back of your group. One of the two. No,
Okay.
just joking.
Raz, we are looking for another person. Do you want to take on a location for our current viewers?
It'd be my honor.
Awesome.
How
You
do you
could
feel
come
about
and
that, Chris?
investigate
Yeah.
with either one of us.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
investigated with Rez. He's excellent.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's pretty amazing too. You know, so far, everyone I've investigated with, I've actually enjoyed investigating with them
Mhm.
outside of my team. So, you know, hopefully,
You might want to rephrase that.
I love my team. They know I love them. I am team Caps to the core. But the times I've stepped away from the team and done other investigations, I've always had a good time.
Mhm.
And I look forward to that because I get to see how other people investigate. And I get different ideas and different ways to approach things. And then I get to be that jerk when they start provoking, go, stop that.
Well,
I'll
and that
step up and stop it too. That's not okay.
Yeah.
it's not okay at all, and
Yeah.
I'd be one to do so too.
Mhm.
But that's one of the things, you know, that after my team sort of disintegrated, my daughter had to leave because of health issues, things like that. But I'm just like, you know, I still want to put a name out there for myself. I still want to get out there. I mean, I've been intrigued in the paranormal since, you know, I was 9, 10 years old. So this is a passion of mine. Why should I have to stop? But I don't
Right.
have the money to spend $350, but I have friends,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
so I started, you know, who wants to go here? I'd have 20 people that wanted to come. I threw it out there for Brodhead. I had 38 people that wanted to come. So I had to book the place twice. I had to book it twice, you know, so it's about bringing people together. I had a fundraiser for Bill Walter. You know, I helped
Mhm.
Christina with the moonboat. You know, it's
Right.
about bringing people together and having a good time and seeing what other people do and, you know, establishing those relationships
Yeah.
and learning off of each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
agree. And you know what? I'm going to throw out this too, and like bringing people together, everything, kind of some info here that me and Rez just recently found out here. Me and Rez actually grew up in the same town pretty much, went
Yeah.
to the same high school, lived
Yeah.
on the exact same street, and we never even knew it. And
Yeah.
now we're
Wow.
here together on this podcast, and we're both into the paranormal.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
So I got to ask, I don't know if you ever experienced back in the hometown there. I used to walk back and forth across town all the time to see everyone every day. I had a shadow figure follow me along what would be the south side of town over by the old police department.
Yeah,
You
right
ever
there by the
experienced anything like
cemetery.
that? Yep. Yeah, walking down, what was that? I believe Montrose there, I think it is, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen stuff in that cemetery a couple times, orbs and a shadow figure.
You know,
Crazy.
Yeah. It is a small world after all, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Should we
It
start
really
singing?
is.
It's
No,
a
let's not.
small world
Trust me.
after all.
Nobody wants me to hear me sing. Trust me on this.
Oh,
No singing
Christina,
here.
Oh, I think
I was on stage with you singing "We Are Family."
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And
right.
I was singing off key and really loud, but
Oh,
away
me
from the
too.
microphone.
I was in the back row just to be
How many
bopping.
people do we have up there? Like 25 or 30? And that was at
Yeah,
Brodhead Manor, you know?
yeah. It was
That
a
was
good time.
fun. That was at the fundraiser, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
karaoke, and we had a lot of people up on that
Yeah, yeah,
stage.
I'm down for
Deidre.
some karaoke.
It was a great time. A great
Me
time.
Not
either.
for me.
Me either. Chris and I will be sitting in the audience cheering you on.
You know, I don't drink, but that's about the time I do need one.
I can't sing, but I sure as heck like to try to perform.
Right. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I'll still do it.
I can't dance anymore, but I can, let's do
I
the
can
wave.
wiggle.
Hey,
My what you call it? My jelly shakes. You know.
too funny. Too
Oh
funny.
my goodness. Wow.
So
This is,
Chris,
yeah.
now what is going out investigating? Have you had one of them oh crap moments yet that really had to wrap your head around what just happened on an investigation?
Trying to think of a good example of that. I mean, the biggest thing I could think of that really shocked me is at Edinburgh. Probably, I think it was the second time we were there. I was in the kids' room with all the kids' beds and was sitting on the floor trying to be at their level and everything. I was sitting there doing the investigation, and it felt like something was on my back, like something was touching me on my back and like had its arms on my shoulders and everything. So my aunt that's on my team, she walked in the room. I'm like, you know what? Take some pictures behind me, see if anything comes up on these pictures because something is touching me. And nothing came out of the pictures or anything. So she left the room and everything, but I had my camera set up behind me, my video camera. And when I stood up, an orb, probably the size of like a volleyball, shot up out of my back and went straight to the ceiling.
Hmm.
It was like
That's
it almost
cool.
felt like a kid was on my back, like with his hands wrapped around me, like it wanted a piggyback ride.
Right?
Wow.
Neat.
It was there trying
Wow.
to play with you, trying to wrestle with you.
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
and every time we go back to Edinburgh, it always feels like one of those kids is touching my hand or interacting with me now.
You bonded with them.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, there was another incident that Chris can probably talk about that happened at Brodhead Manor that I was involved in but wasn't involved in at all. Unfortunately, I just went to say
Oh
hi to
yeah.
Chris and stuff, and I was sitting down chit-chatting with Bill, not even investigating, and well, Chris can continue.
Trying to remember exactly what happened. I know we were upstairs in one of the classrooms with the chalkboard, and we kept getting them wanting somebody to sing, and we were asking names of who do you want to sing to you, and didn't get no response to none of us. But when we said Jamie, we got a response.
Hmm.
So we called Jamie on her phone, and she sung. She sung to them.
That's
Yeah, but
awesome.
then
Nice.
afterwards, I think they said again, so I had to do another
Yep.
song. And I'm like, we're done now. We're done. And it's just because I was in the building.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it was cool that, Chris and Pam and stuff got to experience that Brodhead actually, because that was Chris's first time there, right, Chris?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my first time.
Yeah, that, these spirits that are there, those residents, they know the people that frequent there,
Hmm.
and it's cool for them to see those kind of things.
Yeah. I always feel
Definitely.
like I'm just getting lots of hugs walking in the door, and that's before I ever get anywhere near Bill and Ron. So, but I'm going to share my moment as Rez has asked. And again, it was at Brodhead Manor. And it was actually during the Moonbow investigation. And it's not because it was scary. It was because it was so deeply heartfelt that
And unexpected.
and unexpected. And that is the one and only time I've ever walked out of an investigation. And I did so because I was so emotionally overcome. I couldn't stop crying. I mean, there was no way I was going to be able to continue with an investigation. And I've investigated there since. And the same spirit has been there, but has not come through in the same way, probably because he didn't want to do that to me again.
So
But
what happened?
well, okay. Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to talk about it.
Absolutely. If you're comfortable with it,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah, I am, because I feel like it's important that people understand that it's okay. You know,
Mhm.
my son passed away. It'll be 2 years next month.
Yeah.
And we had his celebration of life at Brodhead Manor. And he loves it there. He actually had been hired there to do MC and give tours and that sort of thing. But he passed away before he ever even started work. So when we were doing the investigation after the Moonbow Festival, I was in it was next to the boilers, the room next to the boilers.
Mhm.
And they were running EVPs. It wasn't even my spirit box. I didn't have one at the time, but somebody else was running EVPs, and my son's voice came through over the EVP, and it was very clearly him. And I was okay until I tried to speak, and then that was it. Then I just cried for hours. But it is the one and only time I ever left an investigation, and it's not because I was afraid. I was just overwhelmed with him coming through and talking to me on an EVP. And I
Mhm.
think that that is something that a lot of people would love to have happen, and I feel like it was a real gift for me. But it was one of those oh crap moments like, wait, did that just happen? Like, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well,
So,
and the time that it happened, I wasn't even with Christina, and I was like, "What the heck just happened?" I
right,
just heard Christina's not okay. She had to leave, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then her son came through, and I'm like, "But she knows her son loves this place, so why is it such a surprise?" And I didn't know that it was his voice that came through or
right,
anything
right,
until I got back to our Airbnb, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And we talked, and it's like,
right.
"Okay, now I understand."
Now I
I'm
understand.
like,
Yeah.
Christina's not one to just up and run,
No, no,
because
it's
the
At
Moonbow was
least
her thing.
you at least got an explanation that night. I had to wait till the next day to see what the hell's going on.
yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
where's my bestie? Where'd she go? Oh, she had to leave.
Hmm.
That's all I was told.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But
Well,
it just goes
I
to
think
show.
people were just being respectful and didn't want to,
Yeah,
tell somebody else's business. I think
and that's
But
all
good.
that
That's
was.
honorable.
Yeah, I agree.
exactly. But
I
it just
agree.
goes to show what an impact Brodhead Manor has made on so many people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, personally,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. And one person that hasn't been mentioned yet is the co-owner, Ron.
Ron.
Right.
Um,
Oh, what a gifted artist. Oh
when
my
you go there,
gosh.
you are going to see, I mean, Brodhead wouldn't be Brodhead Manor if it wasn't for Ron as well.
Yeah.
Ron puts his blood, sweat, and tears into that place too.
Mm-hmm.
He creates everything that you see in there.
All the
Um,
monsters, all the characters, well, it's amazing. Yeah.
I mean, and he's there with the hammer, nails, wood, putting up walls, and he's sweeping with the best of us,
Mm-hmm.
but he's behind the scenes a lot. He's been getting out more and more because he's starting to get really comfortable with this community,
Right.
so
Right.
we've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot more of Ron, but we got to give a shout out to good old
Absolutely.
Ron.
Have to give a shout out to Ron. Yeah.
And everybody that's supported Broadhead Manor so far,
Mm-hmm.
whether, it's watching Bill on a live or watching us just talk about it or going to an investigation, anything that you do
Or an
support.
event, because there are events that haven't been investigations,
Well,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
they've done filming there, they've had concerts there, they've had photo shoots there. They've done all kinds of stuff there.
Yeah.
So,
True. So
yeah.
Brodhead Manor is becoming a real staple, a real staple, and we'd
Mhm.
like to see it remain. So if you
Yep.
have any questions, again, Facebook, Brodhead Manor, or Google it. Brodhead Manor comes right up, and it's spelled
yeah.
BROD,
Yeah.
head, HEAD. So it's not BROAD, it's
No, there's no A.
BROD.
Yeah, no
Brodhead
A.
Manor.
If you put the A in there, you're not going to get very far. So, yeah.
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 You can find Chris at Shadow Seekers Paranormal on Facebook, Paranormal Rockdown on Facebook, and you can find me at JamieLynn Keller O on Facebook. I'm just gonna keep on saying on Facebook after everything, okay?
Yeah,
And then
Right.
Paranormal Party Wisconsin on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Christina, you can find her at Christina L. Bloom. Christina Bloom, your spiritual advisor.
Mhm.
ChristinaBloom.com.
You
Yes.
forgot that on
Going with
Facebook.
you,
part.
Christina. You got
Yeah.
so many.
Well, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah, just search your name on Facebook. You
And-
can find Resnick up there, Bobby Resnick, or Red Road Paranormal
Mhm.
And Resnick Inc.
and Resnick Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Inc is INK, yes?
Yes.
Okay, just to make
INK.
sure it's not incorporated.
No, we're not that
Tattoo.
fancy yet.
So,
Did you say oink? What?
oink.
Oink,
Oink.
oink, 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 oink.
You're not from Australia?
No, I'm not a little piggy. I'm more of a bear. Sasquatch.
No, I was thinking like Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Boy,
bring
sip
back
on
the
the Barbie, mate.
Go ahead,
Paranormal
Chris.
Rockdown for 1 minute. And,
Yeah, go ahead.
So February was it 2nd, Jamie? We are going to be doing a podcast,
7 p.m.
and we are going to be announcing one of our other guests we have not announced yet.
Special guest.
Awesome.
Very excited. A lot of people know this guest. Very
Awesome.
well established in his or her field, and has been on plenty of shows that people have seen. So we're excited. So if you
Awesome.
want to tune in Sunday the 2nd, 7 p.m. Central Time, we're also going to have on that night Lotus Witch Paranormal, Miss Annie Waters and Betsy Williams, and we're
Oh,
also going to be
those two are awesome. I love
are my
those two.
girls.
They are amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Those are
didn't
my
mean to
girls.
interrupt, but I had to give a shout out to Annie and Betsy. Go ahead.
Right. And then we also were very excited because we're sort of like tag teaming with her a little bit, but she's a great sponsor of ours, and that's Katie McVeigh. She's going to be coming on. We're sponsoring her event, Booze on the Battleship. So
Nice.
just to hint to everybody, Annie knows, and Betsy knows this person very well. So that's a hint to everybody.
Awesome.
We're excited.
Yay.
One other thing I do have to mention, because Chris did say that we have a big crew coming, and that is Beacon. Okay. Anybody who wants to subscribe can go to Beacon TV, stream Beacon TV on Facebook. It is an app that's available on Roku, Amazon Prime. I don't know all of them, but yes, they have very prestigious shows on there, including Vince Keyline's show is going to be coming on there. Pair with a Normal. They just went out and filmed and produced the new Paranormal Mysteries, otherwise known as in the past the Holzer Files, with Shane Pittman, Dave
Okay.
Schrader, and Cindy Kaza. So they just filmed for that. So very excited. And then Josh Purvis and Shane Pittman have their show on there as well. And it's not all paranormal. It's true crime and everything. There's a lot that's on there.
There's
Nice.
movies and everything. It's not just TV shows. Yeah.
Correct.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been looking for a new app to stream on because, I got the big ones and all the other ones. And none of the paranormal stuff is new. I've seen it all a dozen times. Now you're giving me another outlet to check some of the stuff out. I'm happy. I'm going to have to check it out tonight as soon as we get off here.
And
Awesome.
Sam Beltrusis, one of our guests, he actually has a show that just aired on there, which is the haunted. I know it's haunted something Cape Cod.
Okay.
Okay.
Haunted Cape Cod, something like that. But yeah, I watched
You
it.
have to make me a list of what to look for in
Hey,
there.
get a hold of me. I'll hook you up.
I got your number.
Awesome. Awesome. Once again, everybody, please hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, share with your friends, share with people who aren't your friends. We don't care. Just go ahead and share us out there all over the place. And let's make Paranormal Rockdown like the premier Midwest event, huh?
Let's do that.
You can try.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. All right, JamieLynn, Chris, Rez, thank you all so much. And I will let you know. I'll send you all notifications when we are going to be posting this show, which I believe is actually going to be this week. So
Do you know what this means?
No.
I freaking love you.
I like it.
I can't
like
say
it.
the other word, but I freaking love you.
All right,
The
everybody.
horse you rode in on.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to get us out of here before we get in trouble.
Hey, it was a